Okay, hello everyone and welcome to virtual app training. Hopefully you find this handy. So here is the home screen of the app. I clicked on that center top one that said Clubs and Res Life. Things just take longer to load because I'm screen recording. It doesn't like that. But here is my feed. So here is like a social media type feed of all the clubs I'm a part of. As you can see, the different notifications I've been sent, who sent them, what clubs, polls, all those kinds of things are going to be here in my feed. So this is just kind of what your club members will see if you're pushing things. And then something to note is if you are pinning notifications, they will always be at the top of this feed. So remember to unpin them as they become irrelevant, or it might be confusing to your club members. As you can see, all org meeting today, that was in January. So now the next thing I'm going to click on is my groups. These are all the clubs that I'm a part of in the app. And as you can see, following are the ones I'm a member of, and admin are the ones that I have admin privileges. So here you can see if you do have admin privileges, and if you need to update that, you would know by looking here. So we are loading again as I went, and I believe I went back to my feed here. And then I will be clicking on find groups. So this is what people do to find clubs and orgs to join. So then I clicked on clubs. There's residence halls and also academic right here. And this is now our list of clubs. So I'm just going to scroll through, see what club I might want to join. This is where I say it's so important to add a picture to your club, please. It makes it look so much prettier and people want to click on it even more. So very important there. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to click on, and I'm going to go through everything on CAB here just because it's one that I have admin privileges of, so it's easier to walk through. Obviously, you are going to be the admin of your respected club. Oh my gosh, wrong word. Anyways, your club or organization. So now I've gone into CAB, and this is my CAB home screen. So CAB also has their own feed. This is what you see in the club. So the first thing that I am going to click on is, I believe, the three dots up here in the corner, and then I'm going to click on settings. This is where you get to update the information about your club and organization. So you have the option to update your name, your description, your photo, and all those kinds of things. So as far as updating your description, if your club meeting time or location changes, very important to go in and do that. Also, some of the descriptions are kind of dry because they're pulled off of a constitution or org recognition form. So if you want it to go in and sound a little more personable, this would be the place to do it. Definitely recommend doing that. Later, I'll show you what it looks like to look at a club that you're not a member of. And this is your chance to sell yourselves to students. So want that to look good. Down here, you can see the options to update social media. That won't actually work. So be sure to reach out to the current intern in the SELC, the student engagement intern, so they can update that for you. For some reason, it won't actually work from your end. It's just kind of a trick. So I'll later also show you why those social media links are important. But now I'm back to the home screen, and now I'm going to click I believe the plus button, and show you what that looks like. There we go. So you can see the 4 green squares at the top in the left, and that's what I'm going to walk you through. So the first one is an announcement. And something to note is this drop-down menu where it says post to choose club. Even though I was already in CAB, it has you then choose CAB again. I believe it won't send it to a random club if you don't do this, but just something to be extra safe. So now I'm going to scroll through and kind of show you what this one looks like in the different options. These little switches down at the bottom. So you can choose to pin to the top, which I kind of already talked about. You can choose to allow comments, or you can choose to send a notification. The thing I think you would probably most frequently use is sending a notification. This will send it just right to the home screen of your members. So you don't have to worry about Facebook groups, text messages, anything like that. You just send that right to their home screen. And if you, for example, have allow comments turned on and you send it to their home screen, if they click on that notification, swipe that notification, whatever, it'll pop right up to it and then they can comment on it. Post and announcement are very similar, so you can choose to do whatever. Event, this can be very handy. Once you have events loaded into your club, people can add them to their own personal phone calendars. So later I go through and I click on where the events would be if there were any in Cabs, but currently there aren't just because things are a little weird and there's no events anywhere. But really handy to just kind of remind members about not just events, but club meetings too. And then the last one is poll. This is super handy for making decisions and not filling up an inbox with what place you want to go for dinner or what movie you want to watch or something. You can just list it as a poll. People will click on it. You want to send that notification so it goes to their home screen. They'll click on it and then they can vote in that poll for you. So that kind of makes things easier. Again, I'm going back to the home screen and then I am going to click on, I believe, our followers. I have things slowed down because I need to talk about a lot of things. So it's not the app being slow at loading. It is just me slowing things down so I can talk you through things step by step. So I did click on followers, and here I'm going to show you those 3 dots right next to it, what you can do. So you could, that second thing down, remove access. You could remove someone from your club if you wanted to. Again, like the social media, it looks like you could do other things, but you actually can't. We don't recommend removing people. People might look at your notifications and your events and you might get extra people showing up. But if you want to, if you need to, that option's there. The next thing I'm going to click on is that About tab. And this is what I was telling you about your photo and your description and your social medias. This is if a person wasn't a member of your club, what they would see as they're scrolling through clubs. So then I click on our Twitter, and it will take us directly to our Twitter feed. So it takes a second, but then people can see what Cab is saying on Twitter. And that is just nice for keeping people in the loop about all of your things in your social media. So keeping those links active is important. So if something you kind of want to test out as you're going through the app, click on those links and make sure they work. If not, email our intern and they'll get them updated for you. Here I'm going to end up clicking on the events little calendar right there next to About. There's not going to be anything there, but that is where all those events would be and all those plus buttons. So people can just add it directly to their phone calendar. And then usually phone calendars push notifications, which can be really handy. So these were kind of all the things you would do for your club specifically, what your admin privileges give you and how you can use that to communicate within your club. But I am going to go to my home screen and I'm going to click on the 3 lines on the left-hand side. And I'm going to get to the sidebar menu. And there are tons of things you can go through. But as far as being in a club, things that might be handy, the first one I'm going to show you is the student union room reservation. So what this is literally just a link. And you click on that student union room reservation form. And it will actually pop out of the app, as you will see, and it will take you right to the link into the website, which is super handy because sometimes it's tricky to find in the website or on the website. So this will take you right there, and you can reserve a room just right from your phone. So the student union rooms that you would want to reserve would be like the Trump room for a meeting or Club Buzz for an event or something like that. So the other one that can be really handy, again, going back to those 3 lines into the sidebar menu, scrolling down, and then I'm clicking on event form. Again, this is going to take us outside the app. So this is just like using my Safari, whatever, your Google, and taking us to the event form. This form is important because this gives information to everyone in the CELC. So Erica and Justin, our marketing intern to get it on the campus calendar, the app intern to get it in the app, just really getting the word out about your event. And so just by quick filling that out will get the word spread. So hopefully this was helpful and good luck.